Hey to all you guys, what's going on YouTube? It's 3D Res, welcome back to more Shadowverse. And just before I went to bed last night, I saw this brand new legendary that we're going to be getting next Thursday in the Heirs of the Omen set. And I thought, wow, this looks pretty good. So this is Himeka, Heir of Repose. She's a 6 PP for a 0-4. On Fanfare, gain crest, Himeka, Heir of Repose. And on Super Evo, set all enemy followers attack to 4. This could work very nicely, but there's more, my friend. She has a crest, which is a countdown crest, which honestly is the worst kind of crest you can possibly have. At the end of your turn, if an allied Himeka, Heir of Repose is on the field, randomly choose X enemy followers with 4 attack or less. Give them contact followers or leaders, and at the end of your turn, banish this. This works really, really well, right? X is the number of crests you have. So if you're not aware, we kind of have access to 4 different crests, with one just being completely unplayable at the moment, and that is Marwynn in Benison. However, when you look at Marwynn, Marwynn in Benison is actually getting a buff, because this crest is going to be literally delayed by 1 turn, so you're not going to get nuked by 10 damage on your turn after that one. So you're going to have another turn to play around with to potentially find more stuff to hopefully have lethal with. But as I say, at the moment, this just does not work. And then we have ourselves Wilberto, Grimnir, and Lapis. As we all know, Lapis is just whatever, really. She just suffers, and it's a damn shame. But what I'm trying to say here is you're going to have access to 4 crests at the moment. And you pair that with, obviously, Himeka. That's your 5th crest there. But I'm sure you have noticed some kind of pattern going on at the moment. If you haven't already, I will point it out, okay? So when you pair this with Marwynn, who's given yet another crest. Marwynn, his crest. At the end of your turn, if ally followers didn't attack turn, deal X damage split between all enemies. X is the number of crest you have. Do you see the issue here? It's literally there in clear as daylight, okay? If allied followers didn't attack this turn, deal X damage split between all enemies. X damage split between all enemies. Himeka. Can't attack followers or leaders, and at the end of your turn, banish this with her crest. But what if all of a sudden, Marwynn is here as a crest, Grimnir is here as a crest, and you're going to be doing 2 damage because she's been super evoed. She needs to be super evoed, so it's going to be 2 damage guaranteed. And then you have, say, a few more Morphins on the field that you don't ever want to get rid of because you want to keep them around. That's, say, about another 2 or 3 damage as they're going to go pin, pin, pin. That's suddenly 6 damage to their board. But you want a Himeka here, right? Because it's such a cool effect to have. However, her and Marwynn just don't work with one another, which is completely mind-boggling to me. Because when you look at the previous set we had, with Wilberto and Aether, you literally go Grimnir, Wilbert, and Aether. PP Wilbert turn 5, PP Aether turn 6, or Wilbert turn 6, Aether turn 7. You're in tandem there. You're in absolute tandem. But with these cards, or with these 2 cards, you're not. Of course, we don't know what other crests we're going to be getting via the bronze and silver cards. That's why I'm solely looking at these 2, because they're legendaries, right? You want them to work with one another, but would you know, they don't. It's just so weird. I don't know where they're going with this. It is hard to understand that you're having one of our legendaries that is relying on us to have crests, and as I say, mostly all times you're gonna struggle to get 5 in all one go, right? So if they have a board, you might only be trapping 2 or 3 fins at the most, and you need to hope you can get rid of the other fins that didn't get trapped, because if you can't get rid of those fins, and you're not running Ward Haven, they're going to come right hitting you for the face, because no one's going to care about a 3-7. A 3-7 does not pose a threat whatsoever. And when she dies as well, may I add, this crest is completely inactive, but she needs to be there, she needs to be present for this crest to actually work. That's another thing as well. You're not going to be playing her on turn 6 and then playing her again on turn 7 just to keep the crest active, when you still may have Grimnir or Marwynn. who don't have cooldowns, or countdowns, sorry, by the way. It's just so awkward having these two just here. Like, what are we supposed to do this upcoming set with legendaries? It's bad being a Havencraft main and you ain't got your legendaries to work in tandem. Come on, people. You look at every other class out there, their legendaries are working in perfect harmony. But here's us over here, having Marwynn Despair Manifest. It's in the name, for goodness sakes. Despair. And you have Himeka, Hair Repose. It's in the names, okay? They want us to despair. They want to manifest the disparity. It's annoying. It's very annoying. But hey, if you're not running Grimney, if you're not running Marwynn, as I say, the bronze and the silvers could give us good crests. I don't know, right? Where is she ever going to fit into a deck? You're not going to be playing her on turn 6 over Wilbur. You're definitely not going to be playing on turn 6 with a PP potential for Aether. It's just weird at the moment. It's just very weird. Because you look at the other turn 6 plays, like turn 6 potential plays we have, right? I don't actually know all of them off by heart myself. But we shall look at them here together. That's actually funny. It's the only turn 6. Well, we have a bunch of other turn 6s here. I put you guys on the hook there. We have a bunch of other turn 6s here. Unholy Vessel, Featherfall, Skullfane. These two are just whatever, really. I don't play these two ever. Featherfall is only for amulets, I would say. Are you going to be playing Himeka over an Unholy Vessel? When you could be nuking the board, clearing it, instead of trapping stuff? And you need all 5 crests to trap all of the whole board if they have 5 there? I'd rather play Unholy Vessel. You know, Himeka's just going to be in a hand doing absolutely nothing. If you want to be here having her in the deck. And you obviously have multiples of her to keep that crest alive. That's another thing as well. It's really, really shameful, to be fair. And it sucks. I've been out there, guys. Thank you so much for coming to this video. Really appreciate it. Please that like button, hit that comment section. Let me know, okay? Let me know what you think of these cards. Think of these brand new cards that are coming out, whether for Havencraft or other classes. I'd love to know your opinions on this one. But this is a very strange little collision we've got going on at the moment. And the set hasn't even come out yet. That's the crazy part about it. We can already see this, like, colliding, hitting the tree, blowing up. I've been out there, guys. Take care, stay safe, all that good stuff. Love what we're doing. Thanks for the next live stream. Go to a place for Shadowverse. Look forward to Heirs of the Omen coming next Thursday on the 28th. And I've been out there, guys. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.